Hi and welcome back to another one of our Christmas theme videos. This one today is some coasters. I'm going to use these 4 lovely moulds, some of this beautiful iridescent white glitter and some wooden snowflakes. These were purchased locally. The one on the left is white and the one on the right I've painted over with some metallic pen. We're also going to use these beautiful like pearl-like snowflake embellishments. And also, any moment now, it's going to be shown, there we go, some lovely silvery sparkly stars. And I've also got some Aurora Borealis coated ones as well, which don't show up very well on camera. So I'm going to add some of this, which is almost iridescent snow-like glitter, to some regular resin. This is resin by Tea Expert, 1:1 mixing ratio. So just carefully, I say carefully, adding in this glitter into here. Quite a lot going in. Now it's going to give it a slight white colouring. Oh, look at the way that's dissipating in the resin. Looks gorgeous. So just mixing it in gradually, and I thought that was going to give us the effect we wanted. I want it looking slightly cloudy, but we're still with the pop of the glitter, and we can see the pop of the glitter, but it's not cloudy enough for me. This is because they're going to do these as well. We're going to do them as if we're going to demold them, and you're going to have the top on the top, if that makes sense. Normally when you demold, the top is on the bottom of the mould of coasters. So I'm actually going to add in some white acrylic paint, which is mixed with a little bit of water. There's about 3 drops there, spreading out into the resin. So this bit's a little bit sped up. Obviously mix slowly and carefully. This has been sped up. And again, this, can you see it's gone sort of like real pale white, sort of almost like an off whitish, I don't know how to describe this shade. Come on, Laura. Added a bit more of the acrylic paint. Obviously you can use white pigment if you wanted to. I wanted to stay away from the resin pigments because I wasn't sure how opaque they would make this, so I thought I'm going to try the acrylic paint, and I'm glad I did. So as you can see, this isn't clear anymore. This is got a bit of colour, and then what we're going to do is into the base of these moulds we're going to pour a small amount of this resin. So there we are, just pour that one in. It's just levelling itself out. Make sure your table or wherever your work surface is completely level, otherwise you'll have uneven curing. So just helping this resin to the edges of the mould. There we are. And then just making sure that if it needs any little top up anywhere, we give it a little top up. Because I don't know if you can see near the top there, it was just pulling away from the side of the mould slightly. So this is just giving us a little bit of a base coat. We don't want to put too much in because otherwise we won't be able to put the embellishments in and then put a top coat of resin. Because that's what the plan is with these. There we are. So I've gone straight in. Rather than waiting for it to go tacky, I've gone straight in, and I'm just placing these 2 wooden embellishments. So the one on the bottom, on the right, hasn't been painted. It's just the natural wood that has been painted, sorry, but came pre-painted, so that it was white. The one on the top left, the big one, I have gone over with the silver metallic pen. And then we're just adding in the other little embellishments that I showed you. So we've got the 2 little pearl like snowflakes, we've got the 2 silver foil stars, and here we go with the iridescent snowflakes going in, which don't necessarily show up all that well on camera. So although this is looking very pretty, and yes, you could by all means leave it like that, just moving the placement of these around a tiny bit. There we go. I'm just showing you how I did there we are. So this is what I did basically with some of the wooden snowflakes. So I'm going to add in, now this is a little bit painstaking doing this, trying to get little bits of glitter. It's the bigger, rounder, bigger glitter into the surface of the resin. A little bit tricky using tweezers. I haven't got gloves on at this point because I'm not actually going anywhere near with my hands the resin, but by all means please wear gloves to do this. I did try and it was quite a faff trying to do it, hence why I took the glove off of my hands. There we are. So we're just placing it wherever you feel it needs it. Just gives it that little extra something. Oh, look at them catching the light there. Looking really pretty. Of course you could use different colour glitter if you wanted. Greens, gold, silver. I think this is supposed to be, this is silver. There you are. So there's a different close-up version or view of it. And as you can see, I did the other ones there. Just gives it that extra bit of twinkle and sparkle that glitter of course does. Make sure that you've got as much contact as possible with the other embellishments. This is a little bit of an additional thing here. I had some pendant molds. I had a lot of leftover resin. I really didn't calculate it very well. So I thought I'm going to pour it into there. And then I had some small snowflake molds. So I also poured it into there. And then also some even smaller snowflake molds. Sorry, camera didn't want to focus very well on those, but those may be used in an up-and-coming project that we're doing in collaboration with Claire's Crafty Corner. So you know, that's on the 16th of December, so please put it in your date in your diary to tune in ready for that. And lots of other artists as well as myself are going to be there. So this is now the top coat. I did leave it a few hours. Everything has totally adhered to the surface, the bottom coat of resin in these coasters. So now when I pour this over, everything is not going to float to the top. So I'm going to pour it in carefully. In fact, I'm going very, very carefully, as you can see. Now this is supposed to be just clear resin, although I've just seen that there's a couple of little, looks like little sparkles of glitter in it. Never mind. I mean, it is completely clear for the effect. So I'm just pouring the resin, just placing it onto the surface of the coaster and the embellishments, and just gradually coating them all with this, just carefully taking it up to the surface, the top line level of the mold, and making sure that everything is coated completely, because you don't want, you know, you don't want those wooden, it would be more the wooden snowflakes there, the silver and the white one, to be popping up above the surface. So here we go again. This is them all completely coated with the top coat. Sorry about the shadow from the camera, filming at night, and well, it gets dark here in the UK now from about 5 to 4, 3:30, 5 to 4. It's yeah, very short window in which to do filming and so on with using natural light. So there we are. So this is the following day. Now this is only about 12 hours later. They're still a little bit soft and pliable, but they're okay enough for me to touch with my bare hands. By all means, put gloves on to do this if you're worried about fingerprints or getting into contact with the resin. And just carefully demolding these now around the edges, pulling the mold away from the coaster. Carefully does it. And then what I've done is, once I've demolded them all, I will leave them to cure on a flat surface for a few more hours. There we go. So that's the underside. Now that's the side that's got the little bit of white acrylic paint in the resin, and that's the clear side. So there's not a lot of difference. And to be honest with you, I think going forward I probably will put more either acrylic paint, white acrylic paint, or white. Maybe I'll try a little bit of the pigment instead, the resin pigments instead. But very pleased with the overall effect of these. I like the fact that they are see-through, actually. I really do. I mean, you don't have to use these as coasters. You could drill a hole through the top, put some lovely ribbon through, and use them to hanging ornaments on your tree. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed this video. There will be another one coming up on Friday. Take care, everyone. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And why not check out our Etsy shop? Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Goodbye.